Welcome everyone, Clint Mallon here with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the TPOB Troll versus the TPOB X. TPOB is the Pissed Off Barber, it's the name of a company, and these two products are awesome. I'm really excited about this video. These two kind of go neck and neck. There are some pretty big differences between the two, which we're going to get into here in a second. The Troll is about $20 less than the X. If you're trying to figure out which one's right for me, we're going to get into that. And I think, if you're looking to see how these stack up compared to something like Gamma, Stylecraft, JRL, BaBylissPRO, whatever, go to clintmallon.com and look for best trimmers. If you start at the top of the page and you go to the bottom, it's going to teach you everything that you need to know about trimmers. Rotary versus magnetic motors versus what's brushless, and, what's the RPM of this versus this, and does it come with guards? Does it come with a stand? What do I think? USB-C charging versus standard charging. All that stuff's on the website, but this review is going to be about these two. I really hope you enjoy the video. I enjoy making stuff like this. The purpose of this is just to help people out. Before I got these, I didn't know what to expect, and I actually thought I was going to like this more because it comes with 3 different colors. It's less expensive. They're going to be almost the same thing. This is essentially a BaBylissPRO LoPROFX, which is like a $160 or $170 trimmer. This is basically a Cocco Pro BLDC, which is like a $160 trimmer. This is $104. This is $79. Do they stack up? We'll see. I really hope you enjoy the video. So on the left, we have the TPOB Troll, and on the right, we have the X. The Troll has an MSRP of $79.95, and I bought it on Amazon for $84.75 after tax, so this is slightly less than $90. For under $100, this is one of the top products on the market. I absolutely love it. It's a really, really cool machine. And on the right, the X has an MSRP of $104.95. I bought it on Amazon for $111.25 after tax, so this is under $115. Definitely more expensive, but as we get into this video, you're going to see the differences between the two of them. Okay, so the Troll has a brushless motor, which runs at 6,800 RPM, which is basically standard today. Once you get to about 7,000 RPM or higher, 7,200, something like this, or if you get to about 7,500, like a Stylecraft Flex, that's when they become really powerful. This has enough power to be sufficient. It can bald out well, it can set nice lines. That's 6,800 RPM is pretty good. It has a lithium-ion battery with a 3-hour runtime and a 1-hour charge time, which is excellent. A 1-hour charge time is one of the fastest on the market, and a 3-hour runtime is better than the average of about 2 hours these days. It does not come with a charging stand. The charging port is a standard charging port, so this is like a proprietary port. These actually don't share the same port, so if I only have one cord, I can only charge this. And you can see the tooth is on the right-hand side of it. And it does have an LED indicator. So when I turn that on, you can see there's a light, which is really nice. It does not come with guards. The body is made out of plastic, so this cover on the top and the base of it, this is all made out of plastic. The switch is plastic. What's really cool about this product is it does have 3 interchangeable housings. So if I unscrew these 4 screws, I can take the black off, and I can switch it out for the neon pink or the neon green. They call that slime green. That's kind of their signature color. I really like the way the black looks, and I put that on just to compare it. It is 360-degree skeleton, which is nice. You can see the thin neck and that the blade is floating. And then the blade on this is going to be their XO, while something like this is going to be their Psycho. We'll get into that here in a second. The XO is a DLC deep tooth diamond carbon top blade. And then the cutting blade itself is their crunch blade. This does not make the same crunching noise as the X does. The sound that this makes when you're cutting hair is awesome. This is more of like a standard sound. So the X also has a brushless motor, but it's more powerful at 7,200 RPM. They did give a rating for the strokes per minute on this, which is SPM, which is 13,600. A lot of magnetic motors will have SPMs, which is strokes per minute, and a lot of rotary or brushless motors like these will have RPM. So 7,200 RPM, 13,600 strokes per minute. This does have a lithium ion battery, which is 2,200 milliamps per hour, which is a medium size, but it does run for 3 hours, and it has a 1.5 hour charge time, which this has an hour. So The charge time on these is essentially the same. This is a little bit faster. They both run at 3 hours, which is excellent. So I'm going to kind of give them a tie for that. It does not come with a charging stand. The charging port is standard. So you can see this is a proprietary charging port for the X. You can see the tooth is at the bottom. This is not the same charging port as that, so I have to have two separate cords if I'm trying to charge these. I do really wish this was USB-C, and I wish that was USB-C also. It was just a much more convenient way of charging things. Maybe the next version of this and the next version of this, they'll just swap that out for USB-C, which I think would give both of these a lot of points and a step up over the competition. This does have a battery indicator, which you can see the light right there. When you turn it on, it turns blue, which is really nice. This does not come with guards. Neither one of them come with guards. The body is made out of metal, so this one's plastic and this one's metal all the way around. This is a much more substantial feeling product. I really like the ergonomics of this. I like how this has a little thumbprint, but it's like a hard, cold metal feel, while this one's definitely lighter. Not a lot lighter, but it's lighter, and you can just tell that you're holding plastic instead of metal. This does come in two colors, so as you can see, I got the black, and then the other color is going to be their slime green, which is it's a neon green. Just imagine this entire metal color looking like that, the exact same color as this. It does have a 360-degree skeleton design, which is awesome. This actually has a thinner neck than the Troll, and I think that's excellent. So, you know, if I'm edging my mustache or if I'm going around someone's ear, the amount of space right here is kind of like the Supreme Trimmer Vader, Cocco Pro BLDC. I think the more floating a blade is, the better, especially when you're trying to trim someone up. I'm going to call these the shoulders. The shoulders are not very wide. Some of these products have really wide shoulders and it goes into a thick neck. This is an excellent ergonomical design. Really like that. Oh yeah, and the blade, this is their Psycho Graphite 6.9, which is an extremely nice blade. It's very similar to like a BaBylissPRO FX, like the Gold FX, Black FX, the Boost FX, and then the Twisted Tooth cutting blade. So the blade on the bottom, which is really similar to Stylecraft's the One cutting blade, which is one of the best on the market. So the blade combo on this is world class. It's one of the best in the world. The sound that this makes when it's cutting, it makes a crunch sound, and it's awesome. So not only are you looking at your hair, trying to see if it's being cut, you're hearing each one of the individual hairs being cut. This does not do that, and this is something that makes the X a big standout. I think it's an amazing feature. It might not sound cool in theory, but when you're actually cutting, like if you're shaving your beard and you're listening for it to stop making that crunching noise, that's how you know when you're finished. The X is an incredible product. So in none of my videos am I going to do an unboxing. I personally don't enjoy watching people open boxes. I think it takes up too much time. So what I would prefer to do is just show you what's in the box. We'll go over all that. We'll start with the Troll and then we'll move over to the X. So the charging cable, this is actually USB-A to their proprietary charging port, and it does not come with a brick, which is really funny. I only have one brick, and I wanted to show the difference between the way that the two light up. This actually has kind of like a nice pulsing effect, while the X just kind of lights on and lights off. But I can't even charge both of them at the same time because this doesn't come with a brick, which I think is kind of silly. It does come with a screwdriver to be able to unscrew the 4 screws, to be able to change out the housings. This little tiny screwdriver right here is one of the easiest trimmers I've ever used to be able to zero gap the blade. You don't have to unscrew both of these to be able to zero gap it. You literally just take this tiny little hex screwdriver and you put it here and here, kind of move this up and down, hit your table with it. Don't hit your table with it, but just touch it on the table and kind of adjust it where you want it. Tighten both of those back up and you're zero gapped, or you can move it back if you want. So this is an awesome addition to this trimmer. It does come with a brush, comes with oil, and it also has a blade guard for transportation. So all in all, not a lot in the box. Something like a Stylecraft, Gamma, 4-mass, like a Caliber. They come with a ton of features, like a stand. They might be USB-C. They come with trimmer guards. So the package of this just doesn't come with a lot, but that's okay. It's a great product. And then the X has a similar charging port. It's not the same, but this is USB-A to their proprietary. It does come with a brick, which I think every product should come with a brick so that you're not using your iPhone or Android brick to be able to charge a product. This is kind of a must in my opinion. I would much rather prefer seeing a charging stand, but you know, to only have a brick and a cord, it's enough. While the Troll doesn't even have a brick, which I think is kind of funny. This kind of has a similar hex screw. Same idea. Unscrew, unscrew, move the blade where you want it, place it softly on the table, adjust it where you want it, tighten these back up, and you have it zero gapped, or you can move it down if you don't want it as sharp. It does come with your oil, comes with a brush, and this also has a blade guard for transportation. So not a lot in the box, but if we're comparing apples to apples, the fact that these have about the same amount of accessories in the box, I think the price is pretty fair. And in my opinion, if both of these products had a charging stand, if they had trimmer guards, kind of like, I had to buy these externally because this is a DLC blade. These are almost the exact same blade if you look at them side by side. So the BaBylissPRO, these are the professional trimmer guards. These are $15, $16 on Amazon, and they do fit perfectly. They're really nice, they're really substantial, and this elevates this product for people that aren't barbers. I know a lot of barbers say, I don't use trimmer guards, I just take these and throw them away. It doesn't matter if barbers don't use them. A lot of people are buying a product like this to trim their beard and just keep their face manicured. They're using it to manicure their body. I personally keep my beard short. So for me to have, you know, this is a 3mm. If I throw this on, I can shave my entire face, pull this off, and then underline my beard and underline around my mustache. For me, these are essential. And taking a product like this, which is $111, and then I'm adding $16 to it, should I look for products that are more in that $130 range, $150 range at that point? This is totally up to you. I think this product, for the price, this is the best of the best of the best. From the blade to the metal, to the neck being really skinny, the way it feels, the ergonomics of this, the fact that it has a light. I really wish that they didn't have this hook. I wish it came with a charging stand. I wish it came with guards that were exactly like this. I wish it had USB-C, and instead of selling this for $104 and $111 after tax, sell it for $125. I would almost say this is the best product in the world if it was $125, maybe $130, $135 after tax. This kills a bunch of products that are $150, $170. The biggest issue to me is it doesn't come with anything. Literally what you're looking at right here is all that comes in the box. So for me, that's the reason why this is not a 10 out of 10. Otherwise, if I'm just talking about this and none of these accessories, this is a 10 out of 10. It's an incredible machine. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Cut that off, USB-C, this is perfect. I don't like the hook. I think most people are gonna put this on the counter. Most barbers. I think second place, people are gonna put it in a stand. That's the second best option. Actually, that's the first best option. Second best option is put it on the table. I think the last thing people are gonna do is hang this on a hook somewhere because there's a chance that you might slip it and it's gonna fall. If I put it on a table, it's not gonna slip. So the fact that this has a hook, I look at that as a negative. I don't like the hook, and I think this would be a better product without it. That was one of the things that I liked more about this. It doesn't have a hook. You can buy the LoPROFX stand and it's gonna work for this. And you know, this is less expensive. It has 3 different color housings, which I think is awesome. But after owning the 2 of them and using them, the X is superior. There's no question between the two. If this is a 10 out of 10, which I'm gonna give it a 9.5, I'm gonna say this is a whole point down in comparison, just trimmer to trimmer. And if you're liking this content, I would like to ask, please give the video a like, subscribe. It really helps the channel. It goes a million miles. If you agree with this, please leave a comment and let me know that this is helpful. If you disagree, say something. You know, we're all here just trying to help each other, and I would really appreciate you guys kind of contributing to the comments and just letting me know what you think about the video, because I really enjoy making this, and I really hope that you're enjoying watching it. As far as the design, you can see I'm 6'1", so my hands are pretty big. If I put my hand directly at the bottom, you can see this is not a big trimmer. It might look big in the video, but that's not big. It's not big at all. And the way this sits in your hand, the weight of it, it's perfectly balanced. I do really like how it has a groove in the back. So your pointer finger is gonna sit at the top and then the rest of your fingers are gonna fall underneath that. When you're lining somebody up, you could put your finger there or there. Maybe that feels a little more comfortable. Just depends on how you like to hold the trimmer, but the ergonomics of this are excellent. Charging port, don't like the hook. The body of this, you can see this is an even smaller trimmer. It might feel like it's a little bit bulkier, a little bit wider, but you can see this also has a nice little groove in the back. This definitely is where you would put your thumb when you're lining somebody up. You can see the difference in the neck. The neck of the X is a lot thinner, which I think is great. It's almost like the blade is sitting further away from the body. The shoulders of this are smaller than the shoulders here. So let's say if you're trimming around and you're trying to see, they both have the same visibility. So the ergonomics of this are excellent. Once again, this is a $170 LoPROFX. This is a $160 Cocco Pro BLDC. So they're both essentially replicated off of $160, $170 products, and you can feel that. This is plastic, this is metal, so this definitely feels like a more premium product. The blades are almost identical. A lot of people say that the Psycho blade is the best blade on the market. You can see the screws are in the same place. They even have that little indent in the middle, so I could pull the XO off and put it on this, and same thing with the Psycho. The cutting blades, they are different, and this makes a crunching sound. Even though this has a crunch blade on it, this does not make a sound the same as this does. This makes one of the most incredible sounds ever when it comes to trimming. This is more like a standard trimmer. One of the things I don't like about the Troll, you can see these screws, that's sharp. And that's sharp too. So whenever I'm holding this, I can feel that piece right there and that piece right there kind of, it's not cutting my hand, but I can feel it. It's not a smooth product, and I can feel that too. So when I'm just holding this normal, that is literally, you can see it's not sharp, but I can feel that screw and the little lip, which is something I don't like as much about this. The fact that it does come with 3 different colors, I think when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna put the pink on it. I just think that would look really cool to be able to have a pink trimmer. And it would make it easier when I'm trying to grab either one of these. I can just grab the pink one. I do like the green as well, but I love the fact that this comes with different colors. They actually just dropped a newer version of this that has the Psycho blade on it. So that's a $35 blade and cutting blade. If you're searching for that on Amazon, this is an additional $35 on top of something like this. So just because this is $79.95, this is $104.95, if you were to just buy this and pull the blade off and put that blade on it, we're looking at these being the same price. In my opinion, this is more like a $140 product, $130 product. TPOB, don't start charging more for this product, please. Keep it exactly where it is. But I'm just trying to let you know, if you're spending $100, you're not getting a $100 product. You're getting a much more substantial product by buying the X. This being $79.99, and then you put a $35 blade on this, I would say this is maybe a $110 product in comparison. It's very nice. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing about this that I don't like. I think the way that the sound kind of revs up, it's like a car. And that's 6,800 RPM. This is 7,200 RPM. Listen to the difference. And this kicks on instantly. This is a lot more powerful. And when you're cutting, you can feel it. This is like a V8. This is like a V6 or like a turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's a big difference between the two. Once again, the blades, very, very similar. They're both deep tooth. They're the same width. There's so many similarities between these two products. It's just the metal body, the better ergonomics, the thinner shoulders, the longer neck. This is better without the hook. I like the charging light on this more. The way this kicks on. Before I bought these, I thought I was going to like this more. After owning both of them, the X, 9.5 out of 10. If it had all the cool features like a charging stand, no hook, USB-C, and it came with trimmer guards, this is an easy 10 out of 10, but right now I'm going to give it a 9.5. This, being that it's less powerful, being that it's made out of plastic, being that these kind of cut into your hands, not the biggest fan of that. Doesn't come with trimmer guards, doesn't come with a brick. I'm going to give this an 8.5. Still an excellent product. Do I like it? Yeah. For under $100, is it the best product on the market? I think this and the Supreme Trimmer Vader for under $100, best two products by far. I like the Vader more. It's 7,000 RPM instead of 6,800 RPM. It has the same ergonomics as this, almost the exact same body, thin shoulders, thin neck, similar blade. Those fit. It's USB-C, doesn't have a hook. It has a charging stand. It definitely wins over this. As far as features, this doesn't come with anywhere near as much as the Vader, but this is a much more substantial product. I love the crunching sound. I love the blade. I love the metal body. This is a superior product. You know, if you're a barber, you're buying this. You just put it on the table. You're not using the guards. Plug it in. Yes, you do have to kind of finagle and get past this hook to get to it, which is something I don't like. But if you're not a barber, get the Vader over both of these, in my opinion. TPOB, I'm not trying to make you upset. These videos of mine are not sponsored. I wouldn't be being true to myself if I wasn't telling you exactly what I thought to the public and to you, TPOB. Amazing. Give it more features. Cut the hook off. Very good. Not quite as good as this. I would say this is number one. Vader's number two. Troll is number three. If this had all the features that the Vader has, this is beating, you know, a Stylecraft Flex. It's beating a Stylecraft Saber. I like the way this looks way more than the Saber. It's beating a Gamma Cyborg. This is beating a BaBylissPRO Boost FX, Gold FX, Black FX. This is the number one trimmer on the market. The issue is it just lacks a lot of features. It lacks a lot of features. When I look at both of these side by side, beautiful machine. If I didn't have anything else, this is a killer. It's a killer. And then this pops up and I go, this is better. This is like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari. It's premium. This is more like, I don't know, a Honda S2000, a Toyota Supra, something that's just lesser. It's not the cream of the crop. This is the cream of the crop. And, you know, as far as the review, that's what I have to say. I really hope this helps you out, help you make a decision. In no way am I saying this is a bad product. What I am saying is this is a phenomenal product. This is excellent. This is world class. So I really hope you enjoyed this and thank you for watching.